obviously you're still searching for those first points of the season, desperate to get them. How important do you feel it is that you get something this weekend?
Well, clearly it's important because the longer a bad run goes on, then it has to break somewhere along the line, and you want to get the first one. I've heard managers talking about it readily over the last few weeks. We're in a fortunate position, we've not managed to pick up any points yet, and we're looking to try and go and get them on Saturday.
How confident are you feeling that you can go and do that? I'm
confident, yeah. I'm always confident getting into games. Sometimes, like we did last week, you can see 2 early goals and it makes it really difficult. Most games, if not this season, all the league games certainly we've found ourselves behind. And it's always difficult coming from behind, but especially in the position we're in where we're maybe lacking that wee bit of killer instinct and searching for that goal that's going to get us into the lead. And when you're coming from behind, it just places probably extra responsibility on that, and that's when we're tightening up a wee bit. We're making individual errors, maybe through bad decisions, but sometimes that goes against you. When you're down there, I've heard so many managers talking about it, whether it be my previous job or this one, that when you're down there, seems to be that things do go against you, decisions, bad luck. But I'm not one that's going to start begging for good luck and counting on a refereeing decision. We need to make our own decisions better in the final third, and indeed in our last third, and then I'm sure that the results will come. I really am. I believe, I'm still a massive believer in this team and how good it can be. They've showed so many times this season that when we're at it, we're a right good side. Proved it against Aberdeen out here, went to St Johnstone and played really well without getting that elusive goal that's going to get us in a position where a team then has to open up against us, and that's what we're looking to do on Saturday.
Given that, when you are down there, as you say, things all seem to go against you, how much pressure do you feel under then at this point? Just
the same pressure as I always am, try to get points. It doesn't matter whether I've collected 7 or 10 or whatever it may be. If you're in a great position like Hearts are with maximum points, the pressure is greater because you've not got any, but the pressure still remains the same where you're trying to win a game of football and get maximum points on offer for your football club. I think we deserve, we've got a responsibility to the fans to always be like that, but I understand that the pressure is greater on myself and the team because the points are not free flowing. But said to you, the belief is not any smaller than my group, and I need to see them having that same belief that I've got in them, and the fans have when they come in here optimistic at the start of the game. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm expecting the fans will get behind us like they always do.
There's some in the game who suggested that it's win or bust for you in terms of your career this week.
I will continue doing my job every day like I'm paid to do, and regardless of points, positions, this league game will not define this club's finish in this season. And my approach to this game has got no bearing on whether people think it's my last game or I've got 2 or 3 games to go. I don't care about what people outside this club think. The people within the club, and I count our own supporters within the club, that's my responsibility and that's my care. And what people say outside of that domain, it doesn't really bother me. I would consider probably Rab as a fan. He's been asked his opinion, he's entitled to that. I'm just getting into the game, and my responsibility is to prepare this team for a game Saturday against Hibs, and I've done that.
Have you been given any sort of targets in terms of when you should turn it in?
You mentioned the fans, Neil. How important is it that whatever their opinions are on the team, on yourself, whatever, they all come together and get right behind the team tomorrow? How important is that?
It's vital, us sharing the disappointment that the fans have. I'm a Dundee fan. I want the very best for this football club every day. Right up until my last day at this club, it would be the exact same. Nothing changes. Even it has to be that way, that we all come together. And that's, some things have gone against this football team in the past, and I count last season as well. I look at decisions that's gone against us. I look at certain comments across at the club as well, and we need to obviously all pull together. It's a difficult time. I've seen plenty of teams go a difficult time. I look at Crystal Palace last year, and I don't think they won any of their 7 games. ended up, I think they finished 10th and 11th in the English Premier League. So there's more than enough examples out there of teams who have maybe struggled at the start of the season and then pick up form. I see us definitely being one of those sides. I know what I've got in the dressing room, and as I said to you, we need that support from the stands. We need the support from the group, everybody here, and I'm in a full belief again. I'll reiterate again. If we get one result, we'll go as a side, because that'll give us the confidence we require.
So in a nutshell, it's not a time for knee-jerk reactions. We're not even into October yet.
Well, listen, I know where we are. I'm not ignorant to the fact of where we are, and of course we need results. There's still a lot of points to play for. Still lots to play for, and it's not outside the realms of possibility that we can start accumulating a really good tally of points, but we've got to get those first ones to get it started, and that's what we're aiming to do tomorrow.
Yeah, it's time tomorrow for everyone to stand up and be counted out in that park, isn't it? Because there's only so much you can do to prepare the guys. Yeah,
it is. And I was asked the question about, how's the mood in the camp? The mood in the camp's terrific. It really is, honestly. We've brought some real good players, but good characters to the dressing room recently, just before the window closed. And as a group, I think we look as if, we're together. Definitely 100%. I'm not seeing any down, any fractions within it. They're all together, and they know. I've said there, I got a really nice comment and a compliment after the game on Saturday for a well-respected journalist within a colleague to your environment there in the media, that said that he didn't see, regardless, he's watched this a couple of times this season, but certainly on Saturday he saw no signs of anybody chucking it down in tools, and that was his exact words. And I didn't see either, and I won't either, regardless of what people might say. We'll give our very best, and all it's going to take is maybe that wee bit of a magic, ruthless streak. Might be a bit of luck, I don't know, but whatever it is, we need to take it.
You'd be more than happy then, obviously, if you battled and scrapped your way to the ugliest win you've ever seen.
Of course. There's no ugly win. I've heard that saying, I've never used it in fact myself, but I don't think there is an ugly win. Winning's great, and we're needing one of them. So if it comes with sparkling football, brilliant. If it comes with just grinding something out, a ricochet, doesn't matter. It's just as important.
What can you expect against a team managed by Lenny?
What I can expect is what we faced last year is a side that are, they can score plenty of goals. They're always driven. They're always hungry. Lots of energy within the team. And that's something that we need to break down. I think the games between ourselves and Hibs last year were really close, very hard fought, good football games. So I'm looking forward to the match tomorrow.
Your recent results against Hibs haven't been fantastic over the few years. Is this the point to turn the corner against Hibs, but also turn it round the corner to a better place?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter who it's against as long as it turns. That's what we're all looking for. But yeah, I think I said there, the results against Aberdeen, when you look at the face of it, have been poor as they have been with Hibs. But all the games have been very close. The odd goal here or there. So nothing changes in terms of your opposition. We went to Ibrox last week, knew how difficult it would be, and we lost 2 early goals, and then it became a much more harder task. But against Hibs, we have given the boys enough information. I'm happy with how we're shaped up, and again, like always, it's up to the boys when they cross the line to go and make things happen.
The decisions come back this week about Kenny Miller's appeal. How disappointing was that?
Massively. Yeah, I'm really disappointed with that. I still don't believe it's a red card, straight red card. There's an argument there, it could have been yellow. I think we did our best to prove that there was genuine attempt there to win the ball. Kenny did win the ball first, and then he tried to pull his leg back. I think he's really low. I think he's under an element of control because he's recoiling his leg. So we believe that we had a case. For it to be thrown out and just given a straight red is really disappointing, because it means that we miss Kenny for a couple of games. And that's a difficult one because we have got our injury problems at the minute. We've had some bad luck in that department, and this is just giving it a wee bit of an extra salt in the wounds.
Does it worry you sometimes when you go to these appeals and you look at some of the decisions that are made? Because Kilmarnock, Aberdeen, yourselves have all had bad decisions.
No, listen, it doesn't worry me. It disappoints me massively, but I've got no opinion on what happens elsewhere. I can understand the frustration with my fellow managers, because we all suffer the same frustration. You feel that maybe that decision's gone against you and you feel aggrieved, and ultimately you're losing one of the players that is an important member of your team, if not squad, so we're all sharing that disappointment.
There's been a lot of talk about VAR. Where would you stand on that? Would you like to see it?
I'm all for it, but I can't see it happening. I think it's very pie in the sky, especially the finances that would take to get it in. If we get it on the cheap, great, I'm all for it, because anything that helps the referees make better decisions, and the right decision, which is the most important thing, I'm all for.
Do you think, Neil, that managers are under too much pressure? Because we see managers losing their jobs after a few games, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right decision, and as the games go on, the pressure builds onto the players because the pressure around is so great.
Of course, but listen, I think the game is maybe changing that department where we are maybe under a wee bit more pressure because you maybe want quicker success, but we all know the dangers of the job. It's a precarious position you take up as a football manager, and regardless of what work you do, you're relying on the boys on the field, and you can affect it to a certain degree off the field, but we're a breed that I don't think we're frightened of that challenge. We don't shy away from it. That's why we took the position in the first place, so it is what it is and you just deal with it.
How is your injury situation then?
Not great. It's extensive, I would say. So we've got a number of players that are on the bubble of being fit for tomorrow. We've got a number of players who are coming back from knocks and bumps that we need to be careful of, that we're not trying to force them back because we're trying to get that first point on the board, first win. You're not rushing them, and then you're giving yourself a risk for further matches down the line. So we need to be very calculated in those risks.